Wow, I don't remember it moving. Sights like this they're always so impressive in VR. Like, the footage doesn't capture that as well. So I want to highlight that. When you see me, like, stop and look and really taking something in VR, this is incredible. And it's something people that play on regular flat screens, they don't understand exactly the difference it makes, the way it elevates the content. And I'm hoping that the world comes around to that, because there's some challenges to VR. There's some friction, right? It's you got to figure out how to do it. You got to learn new skills and mess with the software, and you got to figure out how to play with a toaster strapped to your face. Like, there's some challenges. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Welcome back. I am a friendly pest, and today I'm playing Into the Radius, playing on an Oculus Quest 2, streaming this game from my PC over virtual desktop, and today is going to be a good day. This is a modded version of the game, using a different hard hat so it's not in my eyes. I'm using the Scavenger mod, which means I can't use the store. I have to find everything I need out in the field. And today, we're going back to Kolkhoz again, because we have the kids' playground mission. I didn't want to do that this week, but I've already cleared the depot the last 2 times I've been there, so I thought it made sense to go. Now, as you know, I'm having ammo problems, so today I'm carrying this bad boy, carrying the AS Val, because it's one of the few weapons that I have ammo for. And I do have a laser sight. I've never used it before. I noticed that it's got a folding stock. Like, how cool is that? Right, isn't that cool? We're going to leave it out this way. I noticed the virtual stock on it is a little funny, or it feels a little funny to me. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. I've got my light. Let's see what we have today. I'm bringing these flare tubes, a couple meds, some spare ammo. Everything else is pretty much ready to go. I spent some time organizing stuff before I started recording. I went ahead and repaired my armor from last week for those that observed the insane cost of doing that. So I half remember that I should take spare lights if I have them on this mission, but I don't really have a bunch of spare lights. I've got some laying around that I used to use to light up the base, so maybe I'll take a couple of those. Otherwise, we're going to take off pretty quick. We're not going to hang around the base very long. I don't know how smooth this is going to go. Let's just get out there and get after it, huh? Let's just get out there and get after it. Let's start with a healthy breakfast. That'll work. That'll work. We don't want to eat the candle, after all. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Man, the Discord's been on fire lately. If you're not in the Discord, check it out. Link in the description. We get together and play every Saturday. You guys have been killing it lately. Like, every time I log on, I've got 70 messages to read, which is amazing. I've been in a lot of Discords, and I've never seen one like this one. So thank you to you guys. Also, volunteers, I'm going to put together a new intro song for a different video series that I'm wanting to start in, say, a month or so. And I've got some volunteers to help me with that. That's going to be really cool. The intro music is going to be co-created by the Discord. How cool is that? That door's too loud. Anyway, let's get started. Let's have a good day. I'm hoping this is a shorter run than last week, because last week was like an hour and 8 minutes long after editing, and that was crazy. You know, I've been here so much lately, I'm almost getting comfortable with this zone. Almost. This area up here was completely clear, but I expect the mission will have added mobs. What we're gonna hope is that it hasn't added spawners. So with a little bit of work, I should be able to clear it, and then figure out the ritual that I don't remember. I did it once by accident, so we got 2 days to figure it out before the tide wave, before I'd have to clear this all again. So let's get in there and see what we can figure out. other exciting news. I've started ordering PC parts finally. So some of those parts aren't expected to arrive until early March, right? I'm hoping they arrive earlier than that. But new PC's coming together. I'm very excited what that means for like the quality of the content, and then like the experiences I'll be able to do that I can't do now. So very excited, very excited. You'll hear me talk about that a lot in the days to come. My current PC is like 6-year-old parts, and it's a good one. It's kept going for a long time. No complaints. It's been a great system, but it's really pushed to its limit by playing and recording VR especially, and limits the experiences that I can do. So I'm very excited what the new PC will be. Yeah, I guess we'll kick off the first clue. If this hasn't repopulated, which I don't know if that's a thing, like I assumed there would be new mobs here. I'll be so happy if this hasn't repopulated. It won't be as exciting a video for you guys, but I'm in the mood for an easier run, so let's get our first clue.
If the driver's cab is red, point your flashlight straight ahead.
Okay, find something with a red driver's cab. And then point our flashlight straight ahead, as the little girl said. What the hell? Any idea where that came from? Maybe that noise was the audio cue that I did what I was supposed to do. And that light went out. I must have done what I was supposed to do.
If the driver's cab is green, put your light and you will win.
That doesn't even rhyme, bro.
If the driver's cab is green, put your light and you will win.
Okay. I did this by accident last time. It doesn't look like the mobs have respawned, which is fantastic. Because, man, I have used so much ammo these last couple days. Alright, let's see if on the other side of this wall is something with a red driver's cab. Because I worked on a railroad for 9 years. That is a green driver's cab. So it doesn't make sense that I shine the light at it and it would, like, what's that noise? By the way, don't recommend railroading. Not a good time. Not a good time. The job itself wasn't too bad. You know, there was a ton of isolation. I spent so much time alone, which is probably why I'm able to talk to myself so much. But I never knew when I'd be home. Like I was... Dang. Okay, that was hint number 2. I don't really... It must be the headlight as a different color. That one was green, so this one must have been red. That doesn't make a ton of sense, but it's still cool. Could this be the easiest episode, or the easiest run that I've ever had? Come back to your bag. We got it. So it's super easy because I'd already cleared the area, which is fantastic. We might go get the Crier, that side mission that I got last time, instead of riding this thing. The first time I did this, I I unloaded the puns, you know what I mean? Like, this mission's really on track. That went so smoothly, it's like it was on rails. Okay? Those are the same jokes I used last time, and I'm not any more clever now than I was then, so that's what you get. I did ride that all the way to the zone line once, and it really messed up the game, so don't recommend it. Oh, there's a mob. That's okay. I've been wanting to test this thing. I've never used this before. That's nice. That's very nice. Let's try to go get this crier since we're here. And this is going to be a good, easy day. I'm alright for good, easy days. My goal, as you know, and I've seen quite a bit of comments pushing towards me trying other things. Not other games, but other ways to play this game. So as you know, I'm trying to finish up the Scavenger mod. Today's a good push for that. Once I finish Scavenger mod, I will probably try the Radius 1.0 first, because I've heard about that a lot, and it's very interesting. And then after that, I will probably switch to Stalker mod, because, I mean, why not? Seems fun, right? What is that? Just a tree. But I don't plan on moving away from this game, not for a while. I'm still enjoying it, and I'm excited to see about like what it looks like, what it plays like with the new PC, instead of running everything on like low medium, which I understand some of you native Quest 2 users, graphically that version is not as nice as even this version on low, but to the defense of the native Quest version, it does feel amazing because I own it thanks to the wonderful Spike from the My Name is Spike YouTube channel. My PC died last year. I was able to resurrect it with some spare parts, but in the meantime, Spike gifted me the native Quest 2 version of this game, and his argument was to protect my sanity, which I think it's a little far gone, but I loved the sentiment. Very kind of him to do so. So I do have some experience playing the native version of this game, and in my opinion, it plays amazing. So even if it doesn't look quite as nice, it plays great. Ooh, we get to try out our new mask today. I forgot about that mod. So not only do I have the new hard hat, I've got a different mask. Isn't that nice? That's nicer than the regular one. Gotta love mods. Wish they would add mod support to the native Quest version. Those of you that want mods and can't, you have my sympathy. It's one of the wow, that thing makes horrible noises. Listen to that thing. Dang. What's horrible? Hey, I know what we should do. We should make the crier absolutely obnoxious. Okay. Let's get out of here. We'll go out the way we came in. Yeah, I think we can slip out here. It's one of the things about, like, you know, the Quest 2 is kind of a console. It's a standalone device. It's got its own walled garden of software. It's cheap, subsidized hardware that their goal is to make money back on the software, right? They sell the hardware mostly at a loss. So it's kind of a console. And one of the unfortunate things about platforms like that, man, that crier is obnoxious, isn't it? We're gonna head home with that. That's crazy. Just open the BTR also. That walled garden of console is cheap, great way to play games. It's convenient and sometimes less finicky. But then the mod support's not there, right? So there's always a downside. Like you go PC, it's gonna be more troublesome. It's gonna be exponentially more expensive. But you got mod options, and you got these communities that build things around them to open doors and stuff. So, yeah, You kind of pick your poison. I like PC, and as I get older, I lean more towards it because like sometimes I exhaust a game's content before I'm ready to stop playing the game, right? So if I can mod more content in that lets me play, like the Scavenger mod, stuff like that, I'm all about it, and I'm willing to put up with some of the finickiness. Like, and for an example, say you got a game modded exactly how you want it, and then Into the Radius gets a new update, breaks all your mods. You know what I mean? So you got to update all your mods. You got to wait for the mod creators, if they so generously use their time to update their mods to work with the new version, right? Because you don't know, these people might have moved on from this, to get all this stuff working again. So it's definitely more effort to play things on PC, but the rewards are your best graphical options and more flexibility with the platform. But don't like hate the Quest version just because it doesn't look as good, because it does play great. Like, there's less latency when you handle things. Everything feels so sharp. Like, I like the native Quest version, actually. But it is more difficult to record. I have to deal with audio desync. It doesn't look as good. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. This is the least exciting, smoothest day I've ever had in Kolkhoz, Zarya. Then I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I needed an easy day of progress. I don't know if I can do the castle with this. But it is one of the few weapons that I have quite a bit of ammo for. So it's something I'm thinking about. Castle might even take me a couple runs with a couple different guns, because I just don't have a really good weapon with a ton of ammo. I might even, like, once I unlock the castle mission, I might need to spend a day or two going on ammo runs and stuff. But my goal is absolutely to finish the Scavenger run. I can hear something. The train. I can hear the train. My goal is to finish the Scavenger run and then explore some other mod opportunities. That's going to be fun. And then I will do some videos. Man, hearing that train is so uncomfortable. Look at all those armored mobs out there. It's crazy. I'd like to clear the greenhouse one of these days. Maybe not today. Maybe not today. I know there's a lot of stashes in there. There's a lot of good loot, but there's a lot of enemies as well, and I need to save my ammo. Oh well. An easy day is a good day. Nice change of pace from the last two. That's good advice, you know what I mean? Like, if you get a bunch of missions for an area and you've invested the ammo to clear those areas, keep the pressure up like I did. Like, I've come to this zone 3 runs in a row because I was investing ammo towards these ends. Whereas if I had come back on 3 wildly different occasions, I would have had to re-clear the zone each time from scratch. And in Scavenger mod, where I can't buy ammo, that's a big deal. So today was kind of a free day. I had to deal with 1 mob. Everything else was already dead from my exploits prior. So this isn't going to be the most exciting episode, but that's okay, I guess. They can't all be winners, you know what I mean? When I go to the castle, if you like watching me struggle through combat, you're definitely going to like the castle run. Okay. Let's go home and turn these in. Feels good. I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it. Okay. Let's turn these in and see if it unlocks the castle mission. If it unlocks the castle mission, next week's going to be interesting. Because I'm going to have to decide. I don't know if I have enough ammo to take the castle. It might make more sense to do an ammo gathering, med gathering run before that. If I go out and I come up short, then I will have invested health and ammo and armor and money on a fail. And that's not good. That's not good. Alright, let's get rid of this stupid crier. Hey, a note. You gotta go. You gotta go. Wow. Okay. Kids Playground, number 6. Another fatality reported at the train depot. The watchman was ran over by a train. They also caught some kids on the site, deadly frightened. They confessed sneaking in the depot. They don't think they could have got that train moving. The thing was broken, rotting there for like the last 15 years or so. What power could do that? Alright, let's do this other turn in. So we got 1,200 for the crier, obnoxious as it was, and this thing is worth 7K, which if you have to clear that depot to get this thing, it's absolutely worth 7K. Alright, so we don't have to repair anything. I kind of forgot about that cleanup mission I had. We'll go ahead and sell these artifacts. They're not worth much. Go ahead and get rid of that as well. Everything was already looted, so there was no reason to loot. And another 1,000. So today was one of the easiest days. This is probably the easiest day I've ever had in the radius, and in the most dangerous zone. Let's go see if our mission's unlocked. I wonder when they're going to take out the Christmas tree. Like, I took out the Christmas tree in my house in real life. Make sure I get anything that I want to keep off of it, because it'll probably despawn. I figure they got an update coming real soon. I don't know what's going to be in the update, but I figure it'll get rid of this tree, probably torque some stuff, add some things, break all my mods. You know what I mean? Break all my mods. Breaking the mods, breaking the mods. Alright. Can't see. Okay. Warren's Legacy, Perchor's Castle. Find the black box. You guys want to go ahead and go there? You guys want to go ahead and do that? I mean, it's a quick episode, right? We can edit this and make this... We can edit this and make this work. Let's go ahead and go get it. Let's go ahead and go get it. Today was a short day. Let's go back out. Let's do it. Well, over there. This zone's been reworked quite a bit since I was here on my first run. I don't remember this stuff moving. Wow, I don't remember it moving. Sites like this they're always so impressive in VR. Like, the footage doesn't capture that as well. So I want to highlight that. When you see me like stop and look and really taking something in VR, this is incredible. And it's something people that play on regular flat screens, they don't understand exactly the difference it makes, the way it elevates the content. And I'm hoping that the world comes around to that, because there's some challenges to VR. There's some friction, right? It's you got to figure out how to do it. You got to learn new. You got to figure out how to play with a toaster strapped to your face. Like, there's some challenges. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Because it absolutely enhances everything. I wouldn't be just dumbstruck in a regular game like this. Not to say that doesn't happen. Like some games really pull off spectacular visuals, and you get to appreciate that. But they would be better in VR, right? At least previously, this part of the castle was fairly safe. So I'm kind of relying on that as I confidently walk along here. Hello, Katya. What do you have to say today?
The rich and powerful made this their home for centuries. When we came here on a high school field trip, I thought I could still smell the open hearth. The wine, the suckling pig, the blood. Not much for lords to do, and there's no war or political intrigue to amuse them. So blood kept flowing in their halls. They tortured and killed anyone who displeased them, to make an example of them or simply for entertainment. Then, the castle fell into disrepair. And anyway, the times were changing. The rich and powerful built themselves new palaces. This place stood abandoned for centuries.
Nice.
So passers-by would sometimes squat amidst the ruins. Bandits, vagabonds, children without parents. A band of partisans stayed here briefly during World War II. They all died here. In the 50s, the Soviet government finally noticed the castle and turned it into a museum. And now this is all that's left. Can't smell the blood of past centuries anymore. Can't smell anything human. I wouldn't call myself religious, but maybe we're paying for the sins of the past. For all the sins of humankind.
Perhaps, Katya. Crap. This wasn't here before. Gotta love AP ammo. This gun feels good. We've invested enough ammo that we need to go ahead and get this objective in clear. I hear something. I spend an unhealthy amount of time thinking about existence. And that kind of explains it all right there, the silence. Don't know. Don't know, there's no way to know. Best not think about it. All you can do is the best you can do. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Make the best decisions you can with the information you have present. Strive to be happy. How do you be happy? Humans are wired in a way that certain things make us happy, right? We like making progress. We like exercise. We like spending time with other people and positive interactions. We like building things. We like learning things, right? And we're wired to do that. What is that? That's him I'm hearing down there. He's like in the hill. Can he come out of the hill? Doesn't look like it. We're wired to do those things, in my opinion. Because being wired to do those things gave us a big advantage as far as survival goes. You know, if you're a productive person that likes learning things and making progress and exerting energy, you're going to have a big advantage in a less hospitable environment than somebody that doesn't. So, learning that humans are kind of generally wired for those things, I think it's fair to say that doing those things will increase your happiness. And a funny thing about that is it kind of makes everything else better. If you spend a lot of time dwelling on things you can't change, and, you know, what I say, obviously, is not a blanket statement to everyone everywhere. Not everyone is born able to do the same things. You know, some of us are less fortunate than others for sure. Some of us win the genetic lottery. I landed somewhere in the middle, which is perfectly fine. Because I don't have any tremendous disadvantages. I don't really have any talent, skill, or great intellect. But it's enough. It's enough that I'm able to do things that causes my brain to release serotonin, right? I'm able to learn things and enjoy that. I'm able to make progress and enjoy that. I'm able to exercise and enjoy that. And when you do those things, it kind of hacks your brain into generally being happier. So that's why I always recommend that. Like, learning new things is so satisfying because we're wired to do it. And it'll make everything else easier. It'll make everything else less important. And I found, as a young person, I worried a lot about things that whenever it came time to deal with those things, they weren't as big a deal as I thought they would be when I got there, right? So that's kind of become a philosophy for me, is that, and I am a warrior by nature, right? So I'm not claiming that I've mastered this. I'm not claiming to be some kind of expert on it. Nice. But it seems like by the time certain things come to pass, it's okay. You know what I mean? Yes, one of these Katia camera things. When the time comes, it'll be okay, and you'll be more ready, ideally. And again, these are not blanket statements for everyone in every scenario. If there's one thing I am absolutely aware of, it's that there's a lot of different perspectives because people come from a lot of different places, and that's perfectly fine. But didn't ask to be here. Might as well make the most of it. You know what I mean? Try to have a good time. Try to learn things. Yes, look at this. What a day. Gimme. It's in terrible condition, so I can't afford to fix it. But we'll sell it. Go ahead and get this stash in my log thing. Okay. Let's go home. What a good day. What an easy day. Even had a little action. Nothing in there. That would have been a good place to put something. Sorry I get a bit rambly. Thinking about these different things. Like, I guess that's part of the flavor of the content. I absolutely do not make content with the intention of appealing to the broadest audience. It's not my interest. Because that content doesn't appeal to me. So this is what I want to create. This is what I want to do. I want to play these games with you guys so that I'm not playing them alone. I want to experience the game, enjoy the experience, vocalize my thoughts, and then anything that comes to me I want to talk about. And sometimes that leads us down some weird roads. What's really interesting, I'll talk about it on the other side. We got a long walk ahead of us. Okay. What's interesting to me is the way I create these videos is I'm vocalizing whatever's on my mind. When I come back to a video sometime later, I remember what I was feeling and thinking. And that's always interesting. It's almost a journal for me. Because I've gone through some really trying times that I think anyone would agree, right? I don't necessarily want to share them specifically, but whenever I review the content, when I was going through those times, you can see it in the content. You can feel it in the content. It's almost like a diary. It's my journal. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's been a very rewarding experience for me. And strangely enough, walking around out here talking and thinking has improved my ability to speak around other people. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but it has. I have to, when I'm doing this, I try to speak kind of precisely. I don't want there to be confusion in what I mean, and I don't always hit that mark. Sometimes I fall short. But I try to express a thought clearly and fairly and from every direction possible. That way, even if someone disagrees with me, maybe they at least respect how I got there, right? And that is like the foundation of civilized discussion, conversation. If you disagree with me, let me know. It won't hurt my feelings. Let me know how you got there. I'll respect your opinion. It's fine. I enjoy that. I worked with a person for a long time that I disagreed wholeheartedly about a huge variety of things, but I could always respect how he got there, even if I didn't agree with his conclusion. Like it was undeniable that him reaching that conclusion was justified for the road he had walked to get there. Anyway, today has been a great day. We got a little bit of action, 3 missions. This will hopefully open up the castle mission. I don't know that for sure. I might have to do like one more mission in the castle zone before it opens it. Not sure. I'm really anxious to finish this run so that I can try some other things. I want my store back. Scavenger mod has been super fun because I have to find everything I need, but I want my store back. I want to be able to buy the bullets for the gun I want to use and use that gun. I liked the idea when this started of needing to use whatever I found wherever I found it, right? But it's not been very practical because I can't find enough bullets to use what I want to use or accessories to use the weapons I like. Which is the exact point, I suppose. But I figure in a dozen runs, covering a huge amount of ground, it seems like I'd have found some decent optics besides just a hollow sight, right? And that one scope I have that goes on the Mosin Nagant, right? It seems like I'd have found some optics. It seems like so. Like that's. I think that's a valid complaint. Is after a while, I only have so much time to invest. I need to be able to find accessories for some of these weapons. I need to be able to find ammo for these weapons. It's been a real challenge to find what I need to get by, which has been fun. It's been fun. Okay. Delivery on one of the easiest days I've ever had. Nice. We're keeping that camera. That's super cool. Probably keep the hat. I'm gonna get rid of the vest because it's trashed. Empty box. Alright, not much to guess at there, but if you guys want to guess on how much money I'm gonna make on this little run. Do you have a number in your head? It's not much. 483. Okay. We did really well today. Let's see if that next mission's unlocked, and I'll call it. I think altogether this is going to be plenty of footage for an episode. I feel good about it. I had a good time. It's been a nice stress-relieving day. Walk around and kind of air out some thoughts. It's been good. Okay. Okay. We do not have we do not have big like castle mission. This is okay. So next week we'll go out, do some of these other missions in some other places, and we'll try to find some ammo for the guns I'm gonna need on the last runs whenever the time comes to do that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I think it was a really nice change of pace to have an easy day. I enjoyed it. Just goes to show you go back where you've invested ammo and you'll have easier days and get more done and kind of recover some of the money and expense, ammunition, etc. that you had to invest to clear those areas to begin with. You know what I mean? Make efficient use of your time to get the most out of the radius, especially in Scavenger mod. So enjoyed this a lot. Hopefully you guys did as well. This goes up on Friday, so hopefully you had a good week. Hopefully you got some fun weekend plans. Hopefully you're spending your free time with the people you want to spend your free time with. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this tiny channel. Have a nice day.